We cannot just sit around and sing Kumbaya. You might hear something like this in a heated conversation in a debate over global warming between an environmental activist and a politician. An activist frustrated with the inaction of the rich or the policymakers. So, what's the meaning of singing Kumbaya in this context? And how did once a sweet religious song, Kumbaya, become a mocking metaphor of shallow spirituality? Hello, and welcome back, American pop culture lovers. Before we start exploring this subject, please subscribe and hit the like button in the end if you learned something new. Okay, back to our subject, Kumbaya. Kumbaya means come by here in West African Galo language. It's also the name of a folk song which was popular among the enslaved people living in Georgia and South Carolina during the 19th century. In this song, Kumbaya, my lord, Kumbaya is the repeated chorus. The whole song is an appeal to God to come and help those in need. The first known recording of this song is from 1926. It gained more popularity during the American folk music revival and became famous nationwide.
Kumbaya.
By the way, the folk revival began during the 1940s and picked in popularity in the mid-60s and made rural white and African American artists and their music favorites for audiences everywhere in the US. During the 60s, Kumbaya was among the most common campfire melodies heard in every summer camp in the US. If you want to have an idea about the popularity of this song, you should know there is a recording of the marchers singing this song during the 1965 Selma to Montgomery, Alabama March for Voting Rights. But what's the modern use of this term in day-to-day conversations? Honestly, it's almost impossible to hear this word in its literal meaning and not as a metaphor nowadays. It's also rare to hear this phrase without any negative connotation attached to it today.
Daniel, welcome to our very dysfunctional family.
Very dysfunctional family.
You know, crap out of these
They deserve
guys.
it. But it's fair passion. They
It's
deserve
not
it.
fair. That's my point.
Take the green tea and chill.
Let's all hold hands. Let's all hold hands.
I don't want to hold hands.
It's all about love.
Yes.
Kumbaya.
Okay, I held your hand.
Kumbaya.
Kumbaya is often used to sarcastically mock superficial spirituality or sometimes lack of action and just wishful thinking. Just as an example, in discussing the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, US President Barack Obama once famously said that this disagreement between the parties cannot be reduced to somehow a matter of let's all hold hands and sing Kumbaya. So when someone is trying to say we cannot just leave something to God and spiritual powers, they would say we cannot sing Kumbaya and expect a result. The only positive way that this term could be used is when it's referring to being calm or getting relaxed. For example, you might hear people saying, "She really needs to Kumbaya," or "I hope to have a Kumbaya moment." In this context, Kumbaya is referring to being calm and having a peaceful moment. So let's wrap up here. Kumbaya, which is the title and the repeated chorus of an African American folk song with a spiritual and religious theme, is now mainly used to mock shallow spirituality or lack of action. Although the harshness of mockery really depends on the context and the tone, Kumbaya is not targeting any race or any specific religion. But there is a chance religious people or those who believe in spirituality get offended if they hear this. So let's drop the figurative speech and be direct. If you believe positive outcomes in this world are the product of hard work, energy, and persistence, just tell people without using any metaphor or using the word kumbaya. Hey, thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed learning about American pop culture with us. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more fun and informative videos. We'll see you in our next video. Meanwhile, to test whether you have got the meaning right or not, comment with an example using the phrase you just learned. Also, if you think this phrase have a different meaning, please share it with us and your community in the comment box.